Have you ever noticed how some seniors seem to sparkle with vitality, while others quietly struggle with everyday tasks? Take Helen, 83, who greets each morning with a gentle smile. She says it's because she cares for herself, bit by bit. This video isn't just about soaps and scrubbing, it's about dignity, energy, and graceful aging. In fact, as we age, our defenses weaken, and simple hygiene can take on life or death importance. Poor hygiene in older adults often leads to infection and illness. Experts even note that regular bathing helps remove dirt, bacteria, and other harmful microorganisms from skin, a critical step when our immune systems don't bounce back as easily. Every small ritual of care, washing your face, your hands, your feet, adds years to your life and life to your years. Each gentle splash of water is a step toward health and confidence. So yes, today we're talking about 5 body parts you should wash daily. But remember, it's not about vanity. It's about honoring the life you've lived and protecting the life ahead. Each of these lessons is more than just a tip. It's a wake-up call, the kind that changes lives if you let it. Stick around, not just to learn, but to reflect. The last point might be the one that hits home hardest. And if you haven't already, I recommend subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Now let's dive into the story of how these simple acts can become lifelines. Face and ears. Our face is the window to the world. Keep it clean and healthy. Everyday life leaves its mark on the skin we show to others. Washing your face each morning and night isn't just about looking good. It clears away pollutants, sweat, and buildup that could irritate aging skin. Dermatologists point out that older skin is thinner and more fragile, so they actually recommend short, warm showers, no more than 5 minutes, with mild soap. This gentle care prevents dryness and damage. Studies even support our mother's old advice. Don't forget the corners. George Washington University researchers found that areas we often skip, like behind the ears, can harbor a different mix of bacteria than the rest of our body. If you ignore behind the ears, natural oils and dead skin build up, leading to flaky rashes, the skin form of dandruff, or itchiness. Dr. Stacy Tull explains, any inflammatory condition of the skin can lead to cracks in the barrier, allowing bacteria in and causing infections. Once I heard of Rose, 79, who stubbornly believed just washing her face was enough. One day, she developed a tender rash behind her ears. Her doctor reminded her of grandmother's advice. Scrub behind the ears. After she began gently washing that spot daily, the irritation cleared and she felt refreshed again. Wash your face and the areas around it, hairline and behind ears every day. It's not vain, it's preventative. Clean skin on your face not only feels better, but it safeguards your complexion and overall health as you age. Now that our face feels fresh, let's talk about the hands that touch it. Your hands hold the world. Keep them clean. Our hands touch everything we love. Grandchildren, doorknobs, plates of food. The CDC reminds us that washing hands with soap and running water is one of the most important ways to avoid getting sick and spreading germs to others. For older adults, this is a first line of defense. Even if you don't go out much, hands pick up bacteria at home, from kitchen counters to phone screens. Lather up your hands for at least 20 seconds, paying attention under nails and between fingers. Lifeline's hygiene guide urges us to trim ragged nails and check for cuts. Broken skin can be an entry point for infection. Keep lotion handy to prevent cracking. 90-year-old Martin had just gotten through a bad bout of the flu when his granddaughter Emily asked how he stayed healthy. He grinned and said, "I wash my hands like a surgeon, not just in the bathroom, but after any chore." Sure enough, every time he returned home from the garden or handled groceries, he washed up. He credits those clean hands for protecting him and his family that winter. Make hand washing a ritual, not a chore. As long as you have hands to love and work with, let them stay clean. It's the simplest way to keep tiny invaders at bay. Next, we move down to the feet that carry us through life. Our feet bear the weight of our years. Treat them with daily care. Feet often bear the brunt of aging, thinner skin, circulation changes, and common issues like diabetes. Yet they tend to get overlooked in the shower. Lifeline points out that healthy feet contribute to safe mobility and are critical especially for people with diabetes. Washing and thoroughly drying your feet every day, especially between the toes, keeps you steady on your feet and prevents infections. Why between the toes? Your feet sweat all day, and without air, moisture stays trapped. Dermatologists warn this is prime breeding ground for athlete's foot, a fungal infection, or even bacterial cellulitis. One doctor noted that diabetics have a much lower threshold to contract skin infections, so they must be extra vigilant. A small cut or fungus can turn into a big problem if unnoticed. Think of Helen, 76, who loved her morning walks. She started soaking her feet and drying them carefully each evening. When her neighbor developed an itchy rash between the toes, Helen checked her own feet and discovered a tiny blister she hadn't felt. Early treatment kept her going strong. By contrast, another friend who skipped drying between toes ended up with a nasty fungal infection that took weeks to treat. Every day, wash and dry your feet. Don't skip between the toes. Check for cracks, redness, or ingrown nails. Healthy feet mean you can stay active and avoid infections that could slow you down. Now let's turn to a very private area that's easy to overlook, the private parts and groin. What we keep private still deserves daily care. The genitals and groin area can easily harbor bacteria or irritants if not cleaned gently every day. For women, Mayo Clinic advises washing the external vulva with warm water only, no perfumed soaps, each day. For men, experts recommend washing the penis and pulling back the foreskin if uncircumcised with mild soap and warm water every time you bathe. These simple routines prevent buildup of bacteria and smegma, a waxy material that can cause yeast or skin infections. Keeping this area clean is about comfort and health. Many seniors face recurrent urinary tract infections, UTIs, or skin irritation, and studies link good perineal hygiene to fewer UTIs in older adults. Healthline notes that proper front-to-back wiping and avoiding damp underwear are important for UTI prevention. In practical terms, a daily gentle wash and thorough drying can make a big difference. Consider Grace, 82. After years of monthly bladder infections, her doctor finally explained, "Try cleaning thoroughly twice a day, especially after you use the toilet." Grace began washing her private area carefully and wiping correctly from front to back as part of her morning routine. Soon she noticed far fewer problems. She felt proud knowing that a small change in personal care reclaimed her comfort and independence. Give your most intimate areas the same tender care you give the rest of your body. Daily cleansing and clean undergarments protects you from infections and discomfort, keeping you confident and healthy. Finally, let's talk about a little spot every single person has forgotten at least once: the belly button, navel. Don't ignore the corners. Even your belly button needs cleaning. It sounds surprising, but the belly button, navel, is a dark, moist nook where lint, sweat, and dead skin can collect. Doctors warn that this cozy environment can let bacteria or yeast take hold. Infections here can cause redness, itchiness, or even a bad odor. As Dr. Purdy explains, an unwashed navel can become extremely irritated, infected, inflamed, and raw, even develop a yellow crust. Cleaning your belly button is simple. In the shower, use soapy fingers to gently rub inside, then rinse and dry it. 10 seconds of focus is enough. Dermatologists say no special products are needed, just mild soap and care. Think of Albert, 85, who noticed a funny rash around his navel after a vacation. He was embarrassed to ask anyone about it until the nurse suggested he might have yeast from not cleaning well. Once he started washing inside his belly button each shower, the rash cleared up. He laughed that day. "Never thought I'd be talking about washing my belly button at my age, but it fixed the problem." Spending a moment to wash your belly button can prevent a hidden issue from becoming a big one. It's a small, once forgotten habit that truly protects your health. We've covered 5 small acts that pack a big punch: washing your face and ears, your hands, your feet and toes, your private parts, and even your belly button. These are not just lessons, they're lifelines. Each one helps you stay healthy, vibrant, and independent as you age. Even science backs it. Regularly cleaned areas tend to have healthier skin microbiomes, while neglected spots can host problem germs. And remember the gentle care advice: short warm baths, mild soap, pat dry, that prevents irritation on thin, aging skin. If even one of these tips stirred something in you, don't let it go. Try adding it to your daily routine and feel the difference in your body and spirit. Tell me which moment stood out for you. I read every comment. Sometimes your stories inspire my next video. If this video helped you in any way, give it a like. It helps more people see stories that actually matter. And if you felt something here, something real, subscribe. Join a community where we don't just talk, we grow. Because no matter where you are in your journey, your next chapter starts now.